Hi, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That is, if you're not a first time listener, if you're not a first time viewer. Guys, welcome back. And in this video, we are talking KTTV. Yes, we are talking Kunle Remi. It is no longer news. I don't know where you've been if you've not heard that Kunle Remi and his wife Thier welcomed a baby girl, and she was born at about 26 weeks now, outside of the country. And according to Kunle Remi, he shared his testimony, and that is what we are talking about here. We're talking about that testimony. We're talking about their journey to wonder, like they've termed it. That is their baby's name, by the way. We're also talking about all the challenges they had to face with having the preterm baby and all the things that happened. So if you did not know what happened, and if you just saw that, oh, Kunle Remi has welcomed the child, and he did say, you would, if you notice at the headline carried that they had welcomed the child, month prior, like January, but they didn't get to go home until March because the baby was in the the ICU and all of those things, the PICU, that's the pediatrics intensive care unit. The baby was not born in the country. She gave birth in the US. Anyways, let's get into it. So January of 2024, KTTV happened, and it was amazing. He opened the floor basically for all the lovebirds and all the, you can agree with me that 2024, yeah, that was the year that we had a lot of celebrity marriages, and the singles, we really suffered though. Chai, be small suffering we suffer. But all of that has come to an end. We're in 2025, and we're still, they're still peppering us, but at least we have grown some thick skin. At least I have. I don't know about you. Anyways, you're not talking about us, the singles. We're talking about KTTV. Now, Kunle Remi married Thier in a very elaborate, and also intimate somehow. It was both public and private, right? So it was amazing. It was beautiful. We all loved it for them. And some single ladies were weeping because they thought Kunle Remi was their husband. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. It happened, and January of this year, some bloggers did carry it that Kunle Remi and wife welcomed the child. But a lot of persons felt like it's not our business, because for them to have a public marriage, so a public wedding, so to say, to have had a public wedding and now decide to make childbirth, a private one, right? There's a reason. So we decided to respect that. We didn't do nothing on it, and we wanted the family to be the one to say, oh, this has happened. And they finally did it in January, when Nigerian actor and Nollywood heartthrob shared with us that himself and his wife Thier welcomed a baby girl. And he shared his testimony. He said that it was a journey to wonder how the woman had to go through, from bed rest to unexpected medical situation, right? It happened, and people are celebrating. Pastor Iren was like, the devil didn't give it, the devil can't take it, congratulations. And I decided to tell you everything because I went to watch all of the videos they've made. So far it's in chapters and all that, but so far, let me tell you what I have gathered. Thank you for coming. Let's talk about it. So from hopping on flights, according to when they told the story, it happened that they wanted to wait, right, for years, like about 2 years, so that they can get everything together. So we had to move to Nigeria. She was not based in Nigeria, you know that now. She had to move down. Then the husband being a public figure and all of those good stuff. But she said that like month 3 of the marriage, she was like, okay, I think I want to have a child now. So they decided, okay, yes, let's prepare. She did all the research, all of those things, consulted with doctors and all that. And they had a baby by months, after trying. They had a child. They were pregnant, rather. They got pregnant. Now pregnancy happened, and that was when not problem, right? But that was when a test of their faith happened. Because according to her, by like week 6, she realized that she had not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 fibroids, and the baby was literally surrounded by fibroids. And she said that she was worried. Now before you get married, you do this fertility test, you do all these scans to show compatibility, or if there is any inherent disease that the partner should be aware of, and all of those things. You get to do all of those things. Yes, she said that they did it, and she's always been clean. So for her to now find out that, she said that finding that out was such a joy killer, sort of, because she's always had a clean bill of health, and she never missed a period. All of these typical symptoms you would think, and you have to visit the doctor and they would test you and then see and say, oh yeah, this is fibroid. She didn't have any of that. So for that to now getting several fibroids, right, diagnoses, and she was like, I'm sorry, but I did not inform you that I was coming into this marriage with this kind of thing, right? So she felt like, am I a liar? Like, did I deceive this man into this marriage? Because how did my body not tell me this, right? But I mean, it has happened, and so she needed to be extra careful. And even the fact that she was able to conceive in itself is a miracle, given that our uterus and all of those things had fibroids, and the complications that come with having fibroids and being a woman, fertile, and you're trying to get pregnant. It's sometimes difficult for most people. So for her to even get pregnant without medical intervention is such a testimony. And doctors, I thank God you are not even carrying multiple babies. It's not you're not carrying twins or something, because they would not have survived. The fact that you have just a fetus is good. So like God really loved them, right? Or loves them. Anyways, that happened. Fibroid, they have to deal with it. Then she said one day started spotting. She was bleeding, right? So they had to go to the hospital, and then she was put on bed rest, which is why Kunle Remi mentioned it in his write-up that from bed rest to multiple hospital visits, unsettling medical discovery, juggling demanding work schedules, being apart, being together, because apparently Kunle Remi now lives in in Abuja rather. They left their house in Lagos, they relocated to Abuja, so they have a house in Abuja and one outside of the country, and it's that's what she was juggling before. So now they live in Abuja now primarily. So I mean, Kunle is trying, because having to do work in Lagos and multiple things and all that. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. They had to put her on bed rest because she wasn't supposed to fly even. So her having to leave the country to give birth outside of the country in itself is a testament, because she said she just had a brief period where things were somehow okay, and so she was able to travel. Do you understand? It's just like God just created that window, that avenue to say, okay, you need better attention, sort of, because she's not in Nigeria. Doctors, primary caregivers are actually not based in the country. She had to deal with what she got in Nigeria, so she needed to go where she was more comfortable, right? So she said her mother-in-law, her mom had to come. They had to do within themselves, somehow find a way for her to travel. And she said that was one of the most uncomfortable journeys she's made. She had fibroid pain. The flight was uncomfortable. It was turbulent. There was turbulence, and all of those things happened. But she was able to leave the country now, traveled out to have the child, and she got there and she got diagnosed with something else. And I mean, their story is like a movie, right? Because they're not done telling us everything that happened and how it happened, but I'm sad for the story. If they update us, if they tell us what else and all that, but they have their baby Wonder with them. She's good, she's out of the ICU, she's fine now, and they had to bring her out early. And she said that there were some milestones that the doctors were like, okay, if you're able to reach this stage and that stage, then we're good, we're able to assist with birthing your child. So yeah, I'll let you know what happened if they tell us anything new. But until then, keep it locked here, don't leave. Please subscribe if you're here to do so. Like this video though, and I'm going to see what I did. You like this video though. Anyways guys, I will see you in the next one. We are happy for Kunle Remi, we are happy for Thier Remi, we are happy for everybody involved. And like Remi has said, this joy that they have is here to stay, and we're very happy for them. Anyways, I will leave you in the comment section to tell and share your stories. A lot of persons actually were sharing their stories in the comment section, talking about how they also had to go through this one and that one, while pregnant, and how they overcame it, and the turbulence and the troubles that came with, on the journey to becoming a mother. It's actually not very easy, and I salute and I give kudos. This is such an amazing way to end the International Women's Month, right? So it's amazing, and cheers to all the mothers and for their hard work. I will see you in the next one. Bye.